Good afternoon or good evening. Tough spot. So everybody wants to go to cocktail hour, and I don't blame you a bit. I'm going to talk to you today about something unique that was developed at the University of Mississippi, and we have been working on it under a license agreement for several years. The product is the Hapten, and it is a small molecule, it's synthetic, and it's for the prevention of contact dermatitis due to poison ivy, oak, sumac, and other things. Okay, how do I advance this? I use the keyboard. Okay. All right. So I'm going to very quickly go through this. So again, the product's in development for contact dermatitis due to your rush oil. Your rush oil is the oil in these plants. So that's what actually gives you the contact dermatitis. And it's fairly universal. We've looked at it in oak, sumac, ivy, and others, and they're all highly cross-reactive. We have a license from the University of Mississippi. We have several patents. This is a clinical stage asset. It's in phase 2. It started with some STTR grants, again, through the University of Mississippi. And we have completed GMP manufacturing. Obviously, we're in phase 2, multiple preclinical studies demonstrating efficacy. And I'm going to show you an example of that in a minute. GLP toxicology and 2 clinical studies that were phase 1 safety studies, and we're now ready to move into a phase 2 efficacy study that's dose ranging using patch test that actually is essentially a challenge model. So I'm not going to go through this. There's no time, but I'm going to give you a model. So it's a challenge model. So the university took guinea pigs. That's the model for contact dermatitis. So they saw, are you sensitive to poison ivy? Do you react? Then they waited. Then they injected them with these drugs. There are actually 5. We've picked the best one, we think. And then they tested them again. So what they saw, to make a long story short, if you look at those that were not treated, okay, they were treated with vehicle. Those are the backs of guinea pigs, but they're severely reactive to, or they have severe contact dermatitis. Actually, that's grade 3, which is the highest grade that there is in contact dermatitis. And if you look at low doses, really all the way down to 0.1 milligrams per animal, you see minimal reactions. And this was actually in all of the animals. So it was very effective in preclinical models. We have developed a patch test to be able to follow the same type of mechanism or study approach in our phase 2 clinical study. So we'll actually see if people are sensitive, if they are, and about 85% of people are, and then dose them and then test them again to see if they're not sensitive or to see if they're less sensitive. Either way, it's a big win because there is no preventative treatment for poison ivy, oak, sumac, et cetera, other than complete avoidance. So, and the other thing about poison ivy that's interesting is once you have the rash, it's too late. It's over. So it's a delayed hypersensitivity reaction. It's not really an allergy. So we've completed 2 safety studies. So far, we have not seen any serious adverse events. Again, I've already mentioned the patch test, and we're looking to do a phase 2 study at Penn State Hershey Medical Center. It's kind of the poison ivy world, right in the middle of Pennsylvania. And look at 4 dose groups of 5, 10, 15, and 20 milligrams, 1 shot. Yeah, we have no idea. If someone's going to ask the question, well, how long does this last if you give a shot? What's the durability? I see you smiling there. We don't know yet. We will take these people and test them again after certain periods of time to see if they remain protected. It's funny, the market, and Allison in the back there from Mississippi, I could not believe the market for this product when I started looking at it. And one of the people that was at the university said, you've got to look at this. And I said, it can't be that big. And it is. It's huge. This is just it's a snapshot of number one workers' comp claim in the state of California is due to poison ivy and poison oak. So this is very small, hard to see, but contact dermatitis caused by urushiol, poison ivy, oak, and sumac. It's also it's found throughout the world, but in North America, it's ivy, oak, and sumac. 50 million people in the U.S. get contact dermatitis due to these three things every year. 50 million. And that's been pretty well documented. So you're looking at 7.1 million office visits and thousands and thousands of emergency room visits. Also, about people that fight fires. Sometimes they get it in their lungs, and you get the same rash in your lungs that you get on your skin. So think about that one. About 85% of the population is sensitive to this, and you get one free pass. So you can say, well, I've been exposed to it and I didn't react. You don't react the first time, but you will from there. So it's pretty nasty stuff, but you get one free pass, but you probably didn't know that you touched it. So everybody's impacted. Doesn't matter whether you're a child, whether you're older, race doesn't matter, et cetera, et cetera. And really the only thing right now for it is avoidance or using an effective soap immediately after you've touched it, if you know you've touched it, or prevention. And this is really the only prevention that's in development that is shown in preclinical models to be effective and safe in humans. So our next study is going to be a phase 1b/2a safety study with a secondary endpoint of efficacy using the challenged approach. 5 to 20 milligrams, option to move higher. We'll probably expand one of those dose groups if it looks like it's as effective as it is in the guinea pigs. Again, we'll use the patch test. Really, it is a challenge study. And we're going to look at adults 18 to 65, look at 32 people, obviously biased towards the active side versus placebo. And that could lead us to, if it looks like the guinea pigs, it could lead us to an adaptive design phase 3. Had a couple of really great publications out of this, both published in by the American Society of Contact Dermatitis. So our next steps, we think there's a significant opportunity to capitalize on a major inflection point over the next study. We think the immunotherapy is unique and will be the first to market. There isn't anything. This has been actually tried for years, through different routes of administration, et cetera. And you can't do it topically. You can't do it sub-Q. You can't do it this way. Hollister's here tried to do it orally. That really didn't work. Nice side effects on that one, but pretty rough. But this is an IM injection, and in a sense, it's a prodrug, and it appears to be highly effective. So with that, I will leave it, and I'll take any questions if you have any right now.
Just out of curiosity, any effects on like anaphylactic shock or food allergies? I know it's a different part of your immune system, but
no, we haven't. It was a concern. We didn't see anything like that. Oh no, we have not studied that. No, we have not studied that.
Any more?
Look at that. You got 35 seconds before you're happy hour.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, what else can I do?
All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks much.